All right, sweet. What's up, everyone? Boombus is back after a little bit of a break.
A little bit.
Holidays, boss strike, a little bit.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
Long break.
So Boombus has its own found footage episode that no one will ever talk about ever again. It will never be posted, never be shared.
It was bad.
But yeah, it was an episode for the ages for sure. What a great way to end 2025. But now we're on to bigger and better things, 2026, where we make good episodes and have good discussions.
It was really bad. It was really bad.
Don't say that.
We're good now. And it's a post-boss strike era that we're living in. So
Yeah.
things are bound to be good.
Finally. W number 15 player, 0 concrete.
Okay.
And then over here next to me, we got the number, I don't even know what number he is, but Bumley Concrete Donator.
Or something? I don't know. It's fine.
Bumley
it's fine.
Concrete Donator. My points were earned through blood, sweat, and tears, and his were earned through
No, I grinded
his
for
rich...
90% of those points, okay?
Sure.
Anyways.
There it is, the old concrete gif. Anyways, today's topic is, are free-to-play players truly disadvantaged in Battle Nations? Or are they just not doing the things they need to do to keep up with the whales? I don't know how else to say it.
Well, that's a good question though, because it depends on what your perspective is. Because if your perspective is doing well in the boss strike, then, I mean, we saw it during the boss strike, but some people, who shall not be named, did pay their way, getting a few more points than others. And if that's your idea of success, then they are a little bit disadvantaged, no?
Okay, real quick to give a little bit of context here. Everyone in this call right now is a whale.
Well,
How? What? Are you gonna say no? Are you serious?
no.
You of all people can't say no.
All right, fine. Yeah, that's true.
Define whale. Okay. Not everyone in the call. I mean, everyone that's speaking right now. The viewers, not everyone down there is a whale, but everyone that's on the floor right now for speaking is a whale. I don't know about Waffle, but I know Waffle has spent.
Waffle's a whale.
You've spent a pretty penny on this game. Yeah.
I think like almost 2 bands now.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
Okay.
All right. I feel like all of us have spent over 2K, right?
Probably. Yeah.
Don't say no, as I say. Okay, so our point of view is a little bit. Okay, don't listen. I couldn't even hear what you just said.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Anyways, so the opinion is going to be, I'm just having a good time, man. That's what Boombus is all about, having a good time.
Bro's hating already.
hanging out,
We're like a few minutes into this and Waffle's hating.
No, right?
us.
Hey, you're supposed to be hating on the free-to-plays, not the whales. We're on your side here, man.
True.
All right. Anyways, all of our opinions are going to be a little bit skewed towards the whale side, I guess. But we are still here to represent free-to-play players. I don't know about you guys, but before Boss Strike launched, there was a suggestion that had a lot of opinions put in there that asked to lower the Boss Strike points requirement for tier 10 to help people in lower tier guilds get tier 10 rewards.
Yeah.
I personally was arguing very against this. I was very against it. I don't believe that tier 10 is hard to get. And the reason I bring it up is because more often than not, a free-to-play player is someone who probably isn't as involved in the game as most people. Like, there are some, of course, you know, some popular free-to-plays are like Denis, Rookie from P-War is free-to-play still?
Yeah,
I believe.
so.
Okay, and then we have a couple in here from BSC, like RCCGD, who made it onto the leaderboards with over 4 million points. So there are notable free-to-plays in the community, but most free-to-play players are probably in smaller guilds don't interact with the community as much because they don't really have like an incentive to spend. You know, people who spend on the game are probably spending more time in the game. They care more about the community, and that's why they spend money on it. You know,
Yeah.
most people at least. That's what I would say. I don't know if you guys agree.
Yeah, I do.
Anyways, I was heavily against lowering the boss strike points requirement because I'm of the opinion that if possible, you can join, like, okay, if you're free to play, and this goes for any game that's pay to win, because, well, I'll say it right now, the Battle Nations is totally pay to win. If you pay, you're probably winning more often than not. Except in boss strike, because you need to still put in the time. There comes a point where paying is like a huge advantage until a certain point where your time is more valuable, which is typically in boss strike. You know, like I said, RGCCD, free to play, over 4 million points on the leaderboards. His time was used more effectively than some people below him for boss strike. I'm not saying that it was easy for him, because it was probably way harder for him than it was for me, who breezed his way all the way up to 5.5 mil, you know, but he still earned it. It's still possible. Bro, I'm just giving an example.
That's crazy.
But also, hey, number 15 on the leaderboard. Let's go.
Okay.
Currently, free-to-plays don't have any way to earn nanopods in-game, besides leveling up, and yeah, that's it. They just level up.
Well, now the boss.
Unless I'm forgetting something. True. They got 80 from the boss strike, and then they got some from Christmas.
Yeah.
And black nanopods. I forgot about those two.
Yes.
But in any pay-to-win game, free-to-play players, if they want to play at a high level, have to play the meta. Simple as that. Mm-hmm. Paid players can do kind of whatever they want. You know, I can do whatever I want, essentially.
Okay.
Because I have the money to. I mean, I can, right? Like, if you're free to play and you want to top the leaderboard, you kind of. No, I'm not flexing. I'm just stating like a fact. Like, I can do what I want because I'm not limited to. Like, I have double their resources.
Okay.
I'm able to get better units. It's literally true. Like, I'm not even flexing. That's just the facts of it. That's literally just reality.
All right, bro.
It is. That is reality. That is reality for free-to-play players.
Wow.
Come on, are you gonna deny that? Can anyone deny that?
No. But
yeah, there we go. Crickets.
yeah.
That's what I thought. Anyways. Didn't know Oolkki was based like that. Sometimes.
Okay.
Tough plays over here.
Yeah, I know, right? Hey, y'all speak up. You keep letting me talk, I'm gonna just keep glazing. Anyways, free-to-play players are also limited. Like, let's look at units, for instance. Supers versus heavier tanks. Okay, sure, the heavier tank, it ain't that far from the super, but that difference in boss strike where you're limited to how many heaviers you have and also the amount of time it takes to acquire them. Like, you have to play so much naval to get the gears. Like, let's say 100 heavier tanks. You have to grind so much naval and play the game so much to get 100 heavier tanks as a free-to-play. Not saying that it's impossible, because I see it all the time. But
yeah,
compared to, you know, getting 100 supers, I just swipe Evo credit card and 100 supers appear in my inventory. And not only are they better than heaviers stat-wise, they also don't cost any gears to heal. And they're faster to heal.
Yeah, though this boss strike, people, I mean, the free-to-plays had they had a shot at least, considering it was fire mod.
I was gonna say, I was gonna get to that, but fuck it, we'll just talk about it right now. I think a big part, I'm guessing that you agree, is that Madrona did fire mod, one, to spice up meta for top guilds, because all of them had basically the same units all ranked up, you know, at max, but also because it helps the free-to-play players clear faster and the gameplay is more fun because it's not slow as shit. Agree?
Yeah.
I feel like that's pretty...
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say, do you have any thoughts before I go on? Because I'm about to keep
No.
yapping. Okay. Also, with free-to-play players. I totally forgot for a second. They, bro, I literally just forgot. There's no fucking way.
That's crazy.
It had to do with boss strike. I'm actually mad. Wait, it had to do with boss strike.
I mean, free to play
Fire
fire
Week?
mod. Yeah.
Free-to-play fire mod.
Disadvantaged. Come on, think.
Bro, I'm grits.
That's crazy.
I'm actually, I'm chopped cheese. Okay, we'll move on. Fire Week boss strike for people like, okay, let's say that we got this Raider boss strike without fire mod.
Yeah,
Every single clear for people that were not paying was gonna be like 6 minutes,
yes.
6-7 minutes. I'm not even joking when I say that. I'm saying that like dead
Right.
serious. I had to say it. I'm sorry. 6 is after 7. Like they just come in that order. Okay.
Yeah, no shit, but
Okay. Look, it was gonna take so long. Give them fire mod. What happens? Field agent unlocks at what, level 26? So
Yes.
people who are level 26 are not struggling with their absolute trash units that can't do anything. They get a unit that is doing over 100 plus damage. I just said a humanoid. You just missed it. Sorry, man. You are getting a unit that is over 100 damage to the entire board and with stuns thrown out there. I am the biggest field agent hater on the planet. Madrona gave it the one single time that unit was going to be used at level 49. People at level 49 were using field agent.
yeah. I mean, if anybody looked at the recap, that was used quite a bit. I think it made top 4 or something, didn't it, in terms of units used?
I think so. I think it was 4th, right? Or was it
Yeah.
3rd?
I think it was. Actually, it might have been 3rd, which is
No,
crazy.
it was 4th. It was 4th.
Yeah,
I
did
think
not expect
supers
it to
were
be that
3rd.
high.
Yeah. I was a FA user. My clears averaged 222. I can't tell if you're joking or not, but I'll take your word for it. That's actually kind of cracked.
That is crazy.
Wait, what? 222? There's no fucking way that your clears were 222 with FA. That's a lie. All right, I'm moving on. Maybe he meant 333. But yeah, I hate field agents, but this is like the one boss strike that they actually got a niche usage in. Turtle sheller. Excuse me.
Swears.
Turtle shellers? Oh, to God, that's crazy.
That is crazy. Damn.
Anyways, rule number 1, don't trust Endless. That is facts. If you ever speak to Endless in any Discord, do not believe this man. He will go around lying. He will go around trolling. He is a danger to the Battle Nation society. That's why he joined the Goon Walkers. Anyways, turtle shellers were given their literal only use in this boss strike. I also hate turtle shellers. They found a niche in this boss strike because for people without HCT, they could one-shot Earthshakers.
Yeah.
That's necessary for free-to-play players. Dragons. Dragons were literally like the second best unit in this boss strike.
They were so
Debatably
good.
first
I
with
think they were first.
HCTs. If you run dragons, your clears drop by 30 seconds. They blow up the whole board and you move on with your life.
Yeah.
I literally, like, if you had dragons ready, that's the big thing, is if you had them ready. Which kind of comes into, I ran 6 dragons in my formation. That's crazy. Lightning Dragoons, that was another hot one. Lightning Dragoons were run by people who kind of needed something that did fire damage. They were not being used in this boss strike. They were not going to get used. At least not by like the top guilds. They found a niche here in fire mod. And I feel like it's very strongly, you could assume very strongly that Madrona decided to do fire mod, not only for its paid players and for increasing clear speed, but to give people on the lower end a chance at competing. Because I don't think, like, I'm going to be honest, I don't think that free-to-plays would have hit the leaderboard and would have competed this way if we didn't get fire mod. Like, what were they going to use?
Yeah, they didn't really have a ton of options if we didn't have fire mod. And I think this is, Madrona mentioned it. I think it was Alex who said that looking into future boss strikes, they're thinking about, like, they liked that there were so many niche units that were available to use during this boss strike, so they're looking at making that more of a reality in future boss strikes, which I would really like, because being able to like actually make use of the things
I kind of
we
like
level up,
that.
it's like really rewarding.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked it a lot. I thought it was way more fun than what we would have gotten instead, with like the super slog clears and slowly chucking enemies down. Like, oh my god, that would have been so awful.
Yeah.
Instead, I can click like 2 buttons and the whole field is dead and like instantly. That's fun. I had fun with Fire Mod.
Yeah, until like day 4. And
Now.
then you felt like terrible.
Oh, day 4 was a gruel.
Day 4 was
By the way,
bad.
boss strikes, bro. The boss strikes should be dropped to 3 days.
Yeah,
I
they
could do
really
the first 3 days. Day 4, I was going through it. No sleep. I was so cooked on day 4. I wanted out so bad. The only reason I kept playing is because I wanted a leaderboard spot. That is literally the only reason why. Nothing else would have motivated me to push anymore except that spot on the leaderboard. I needed it. But it wasn't. Was it worth it? I mean, I guess.
I mean, in hindsight, yeah.
But it was
I would
really
do it
bad.
again in hindsight. But like in the moment, it really sucks.
Yeah, it does really suck. That 4th day is something else. I think that they should, and also if they do it 3 days, it's easier. Who's number 1 in HSC? Max, can we ban humanoid from the chat, please, for being mean to me? Yeah, literally. What was I even just talking about? I totally just lost my point.
Okay.
Don't remember? All right, who even cares? Now, here's the pros and cons of Fire Mod. The pros was it being, we already went over the pros, right? Here's the cons. For the free-to-play players, what were they using to kill anti-air? What were the best anti-air units in this boss strike?
Chuckers.
What the fuck? Flame turret? Who said that? And pyro. Both nano units. Okay, they're cheap. Our free-to-play player is not getting either of those. They don't have Demo Man, so they don't have that. What is the free-to-play option against flying units?
Well, I said chuckers.
Exactly.
Okay.
But
Chuckers are terrible. You're getting like...
they're goated. They're goated.
What do you mean? They're awful. No.
But I'm
Bro,
always rolling my crits, okay? Whoever don't
2
roll
to
their
3
crits is just bad
shots
at the
to
game.
kill... 2 to 3 shots to kill a falcon's nest.
Okay, but they're cheap to make, okay? And they're cheap to repair, right? You can spam them endlessly.
But we're talking from like a competitive standpoint. If you're using Chucker versus me who's using like a flame turret or a pyro, blowing through boss strike. Absolutely cooking Falcon's Nest. It insta-kills it every single time, right?
Yeah,
If
what about
you
the
are
AA
stuck-
turret?
No one is using that thing. TF2 Pyro was the best choice. That was most of P-War's choice. Demo Man was the second best. I thought Pyro, or not Pyro, I thought Flame Turret was better than Demo Man. I liked Flame Turret more than Demo because, one, you're always guaranteed, like Demo, you can low roll and get a 3-shot. Ugh. Flame Turret's always a guaranteed 1-shot kill, and you can also use it like just for clearing stuff because of the consistent like 3 pattern.
Yeah, you just needed enough of them to,
I like Flame Turret a lot.
Flame Turret was nice.
Yeah, but the problem with it is that it's nano. Same with
Yeah,
Pyro.
Like, yeah,
So-
Pyro and Demo are, I mean, they're all, yes, like you mentioned, they're all nano units.
yeah, which I spawned out of thin air to suit my needs. You know, free to plays can't do that.
Yeah, the Epic Store
imagine
came in
you're-
clutch this boss strike. It was-
Yeah, it did.
it was
Oh
really
yeah. Imagine you're a free to play player for a second. And you're like, oh yeah, this boss strike is gonna be I know, right? And you're like, this boss strike is gonna be awesome. You load in the boss strike, you got no field agents, no turtle shellers, no dragoons.
Yeah.
Your ass is grass. You're getting 100,000 points and going home. Pack it up, buddy.
Yeah.
Or you're sitting there and struggling with your wimps and getting 500 points a run. That feels really bad, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, now also dragons. Okay, they're like debatably the best unit in the boss strike, right? That or HCTs. Imagine you're running, like for me, dragon wasn't a problem.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have any widgets, but I just nanoed some into existence so I could start running them. Even if you're a low spender, you're not nanoing dragons into existence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you didn't have them, you're cooked. You just lose out on one of the best clear tools in the boss strike.
Hmm.
So in terms of pushing leaderboard perspective, free-to-plays were kind of chopped in that area. You know what I mean? Unless they were on the ball and they had tons of field agents, they had lightning dragoons ready, they had turtle shellers ready, they were pretty cooked.
Yeah.
Everyone's chopped next boss strike, no fire mod? Nah, I think they give us something else.
Yeah, I think they'll find a way around that. I'm not too worried about the next boss strike. I think if they went from like an already like a decent amount of people got locked out of the whole fire mod business. It wasn't the biggest deal, but like some people definitely couldn't participate as much as they wanted to. So I think if we went from like a boss strike like this one into another boss strike that was difficult to handle, that wouldn't go over very well, in my opinion. Maybe it would. I don't know, but I don't think so.
I don't see it. It's definitely not going to be easier than the one that we just got.
No, I don't think it'll
like
be
unless
easier,
they run it back for another. What?
I just think that it'll be probably about the same or slightly harder. But like I don't think that they would just go to straight rebels.
I don't
You gonna
either.
give
Oh
us
my god.
infected?
No.
Oh.
That would be a crazy, just like, here guys, infected boss strike in the middle of March. Like, I guess. But actually, it
Well,
makes
it'd be so
more sense.
easy.
Look at this. If they're doing boss strike every like 2 to 3 months, okay? Let's say we get one in March, and then we get one, what's that, April, May, like in June, okay?
Mhm.
And then July, August, September, and we get one at the end of September going into October, and it's infected. And the next two after it, they do Silver Wolves, Rebels, Infected, perfectly aligns with Holy shit. Who cooked here?
Okay.
Come on.
Who's the
That was-
leader
that was-
for,
that was fire.
Silver Wolves?
Tro and Vogel.
Yeah, he definitely a Shrill simp though.
Okay.
Okay.
Need that up just to say that.
Moving on. Literally. No, I think, look, if they give us, the only two options they have right now are Silver Wolves and Rebels. If they gave us Rebels, it would be the most boring fucking thing on the entire. We would go from like a super fun boss strike where everything is dying in like 2 minutes and it's crazy. Oh wow, there is Shakers one-shotting my guy. To me on wave 1, slowly chipping away the health of a mega tank that has 800 fucking health and it doesn't die. And there's 16 walls on the field and there's a boar in the background one-shotting all my units. And there's a super hiding behind a wall, so I can't even kill it with a brute.
Oh my
Rebel
God.
boss strike would it would make me claw. If you guys thought day 4 of Fire Mod was bad, day 4 of Rebel boss strike will have people dead.
Yeah, if it
in
was
their
Ace
seat.
Heart, I don't think I would participate nearly as much. I think I'd get my minimum points and I think I'd do something else.
Hey, don't say that. No, you no. You
Listen,
wouldn't do
if
that.
if I get 2-3 million points in Ace Heart, I'm good to go.
An Ace Hard boss strike would actually kill people.
Yeah.
If Rebel boss strike is killing people, Ace boss strike is killing people. So imagine Rebel boss strike with 100 mega tanks, but now there's like 16 airplanes on the field as well, and the only thing you can use to kill them is Chucker.
No, this is why the first promo unit's gonna be a
Like
flak.
you have Shabuche even. You have Shabuche, but like Shabuche is still like 2 to 3 turn per aircraft.
Yeah, hey, have fun with that one. Have fun chipping away the 8 airplanes on the field with Trebuchet. I was gonna say, and then our promo unit is the flak turret. Wow, most exciting boss strike of all time.
Peak.
Flak turret with Rebel boss strike genuinely would have people mauling in their seat. That might be the worst boss strike of all time.
Yeah, I think we
Any
unironically
Silver
need
Wolves-
promos first before
Oh.
we get Rebels.
I know, right? Or like way higher level cap,
Yeah,
or
I
some
guess so.
some good units that can actually be used.
No,
Silver Wolf boss
the
strike.
next good-
What?
The next good one that you can use is Plasma. Like, there's pretty much none between 57 and 65 that will help you.
Okay, here's what they do. Rebel boss strike explosion mod. That would be fucking peak as shit. Tell me that wouldn't be awesome.
Yeah, that would be cool.
No. Are you sure you want to fight against Mega Tank on the enemy side? because the enemies
Oh,
also
true.
benefit from it.
Yeah, but like at least everything dies quick. I think that things dying quick is better than enemies living longer. I don't piercing mod, so we can rip through tanks easier. There we go. Basilisk to the front. That would be
No,
fun.
you're probably not going to use Basilisk. You're probably going to use Heavy.
Yeah, I'm trolling at this point. I'm trying to cope for Basilisk to be good. My bad. Silver Wolves will be fun, I think. Silver Wolves do a lot of damage, but they also aren't that tanky. They have a lot of like foot soldiers. They don't have that many vehicles. They don't have that many like blocking things like walls or barricades or anything like that. The biggest problem with Silver Wolves is just flying units.
Do they have that
Like
many?
Chinook.
But they only had Chinook.
Yeah, like no, I mean, well, they have
And the
Crop
Crop
Duster
Duster,
too. Yeah. The problem with what's it called? The problem with Silver Wolves and flying units is that we still don't have like great anti-air against them. So, and their air units are like way better than Falcon's Nest. Chinook shotgun is like goodbye to whatever's on the field. Crop Duster's kind of ass, but like it has a ton of health, so that's its problem. But Chinook shotgun is like eviscerating whatever's in front of it, unfortunately.
What do you think the free-to-play is going to fare to this boss strike if it's the next one?
Pray to Madrona and hope they get something.
Well, what could they get?
What mod would be beneficial to them if it was, Silver Wolves instead?
Well, if we go off of what Madrona just did, Fire Mod was only on Uzel, and that's what they gave us.
I feel like they'd have to invent a new mod, like Oolkki suggested.
Yeah.
earlier. I mean, I don't see. anything-
Unfortunately, the mod for Silver Wolves is actually a negative mod, being environmental dot effects on your units.
Yeah.
So if you like watching your units slowly get whittled away and die, then you'll love Silver Wolves, I guess.
Dude, I know I'm gonna be mauling if they include that, and on the last round I lose like a tank or something. Just
Yeah.
it's gonna be so annoying.
So what
It's
you're
gonna
saying
happen.
is free-to-play is basically screwed unless Madrona does like a 180 or something.
They need to figure
If
it
it's
out.
Silver
No,
Wolves.
not through really. Like you can still win it, but then the fighting time is gonna be looking like 4+ minutes. And like I don't know if you want to do 400 battles at 4+ minutes.
No.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I mean. Like Firemon was so fast. Even my longest, like the absolute longest clear I ever had was at like the start of the strike, and that was like a little bit over 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Silver Wolf was immediately shooting your time up to like 3 to 4 minutes average because we're not killing everything so fast. That's gonna be so rough.
Like even if Silverwolf doesn't have a lot of vehicles, right? If you look at all the vehicles, even Shawushay Raptor Harness cannot kill it. Like you will either need to freeze the vehicles or Raptor Harness to one shot, which basically you waste 2 turns versus 1 enemies. You will need 2 Raptor Harness, which is still 2 turns. So like
Oh. So like
Like what?
Max,
He's dead. Oh
But-
no.
you good?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. Okay, like even with like very few vehicles, right? The vehicle is still very annoying because our biggest damage is Raptor Harness, but that thing does piercing with only 25% AP. That means that against most vehicles, they still need at least 2 Raptor Harness. You have to like freeze it, but if you freeze it with Cryo Trooper, you waste 2 turns versus 1 enemy. If you use Elemental Trooper, that thing is nano. So like,
And more free to play downplay. Raptor Harness is nano, 40 nanos. So if you ran out of nanopods, can someone drag Spud in here?
you cannot drag people into
Oh, you should be able to. I've done it before.
not into auditorium.
Does he have the roll?
I gave him Boombus, yes.
I'm pinging him.
Okay.
No,
Where
give
were
him
we?
tune in
Oh,
next
talking
time.
about Raptor Harness.
Yeah, Raptor Harness.
Oh, tune in. I thought guess is how they could join.
No, that's how people.
It's
can...
fine.
It's different. Anyways, yeah.
Okay, Raptor Harness, 40 nanopods. So if you're free to play and you were like, yes, I get Trebuchet, my free to play goat. Yeah, fuck you. 40 nanopods, cough it up.
Damn.
So imagine you're out of nanopods, right? Maybe you made some bad choices at the start of the game. Remember, like I said, I think that most free to play players probably aren't super in the know on what's going on. You better cough up some money or else you're not getting Raptor Harness.
I know some free-to-play members spent that nano on fire drakes. It's like
No.
you're cooked.
Holy cooked. Yeah, the newest players have no idea.
Yeah, that sucks.
You need to like spend your level up nanos because we're gonna get 60 nanos or 70 nanos.
True.
So they will have the nanos, but then the nano will be locked into like half of it is Raptor Harness. Then if
I'm endless.
they want to
Said I'm
invest
feeling the
in
devs
Super,
will consider. You gonna go?
Oh, I said like
Okay. Anyways,
if they plan to do Elemental Trooper, then the core attack is also nano.
you have to double dip on the nanopods for it. What a punch in the face! Wow, free to plays are really in hell, man.
Bro, doesn't it bring back
Endless said,
Capture
I'm
What
feeling-
nano at this point?
Bro.
Endless said, I'm feeling the devs will consider changing the Treb's research price for the attack. There was a suggestion that said to get rid of nanopod abilities. I think they should get rid of nanopod abilities. I don't even know why some abilities cost nanopods, especially on nano units.
Yeah,
Like,
that one really sucks.
If I'm already spending nanos for a unit, I should be able to just get the abilities, you know what I mean? I don't think abilities should be locked except behind like some gold, maybe some like gears or something like that for like vehicles and bars for troops, and that's it. Maybe they can add an actual use to teeth and skulls and what's it called? And they can be used to research abilities instead. But I don't think abilities should cost nanopods.
You mean vials, powder, or necklace?
No, I'm saying like the actual tier 3 resource, like teeth and skulls. Or powder and necklace, whatever. Either way, I'm just saying like something that they can use to... Because right now, like teeth and skulls are really not that used compared to gears and bars. So maybe having them be what's blocking off abilities is a little bit better for free-to-play players. Another thing with free-to-play is like Waffle mentioned a couple minutes ago with Tapjoy. Free-to-plays don't have any way to get nanopods in-game except waiting for events to roll around or leveling up. Back in the old Z2 game, Tapjoy could be used to watch like ads and do promotions and stuff, and they would get nanos that way. There's also been a lot of suggestions about people doing or adding what's it called? Dailies into the game. Daily, weekly, monthly, whatever challenges. My argument against dailies, because this is my problem with dailies right now. Imagine you're a free-to-play player, right? Now, let's say the dailies give you, if you complete all your dailies, let's say they give you, like most traditional games, they give you like 3 missions to do a day, and whenever you complete all of them, you get nanos. Let's say they give you like 5 nanos. How much is that over the course of a year? 365 times 5. If you did your dailies every single day, that's 1,825 nanopods. So, my opinion on dailies is that dailies incentivize people who already pay to not do them because you don't really need them. They're just kind of an extra bonus. And for free-to-play players, it makes you think, I have to get on the game every single day to get my nanopods or I'm falling behind.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, technically they
thoughts.
are
But,
already
like,
if they don't play daily.
Well, I guess so, but like, I don't know. I think it kind of traps you into like doing one specific thing every single day, which kind of sucks if you don't really feel like doing it. But at the same time, free-to-plays currently, if they want to keep up, already have to kind of, play very consistently, make sure that they level up a lot of different units, so that way when boss strike rolls around, they're prepared for anything. So they're already kind of in a little bit of a trap in that way. So I feel like,
But like
adding
it's just
dailies is-
another trap. Because what if it's something?
Yeah, I guess so. But like I feel like adding something is better than not. Right?
I don't think so. It's just like, okay, imagine some of the dailies are like produce a tool in the tool shop. Free to plays already struggle with population issues because of the way that storage works right now in the game. Large warehouses are terrible. They eat up a ton of your population, and they have less population because they can't level up their permits office.
Yeah.
So imagine they have to now waste their population on shops. Oh my god, I have to have fucking shops open to do my dailies. You know what I mean? What if a daily is like make an arc welder? It's 8 hours or something to make one.
That would be ridiculous.
You also have to have that's what I'm saying. You also have to have like, what if it's like produce 3 goods in a shop? Okay, I blow through that in 5 minutes with farms, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's like, okay,
Wait,
what if it's like,
Slaying
okay,
does
go
make
and win. What?
I was gonna say Slayin makes a good point over here. Like maybe ancient sentinel or construct will drop 25 daily like weekly nanos every time you defeat it. It's a good way to incentivize playing the game more.
Well, guess what? Free-to-play players can't even kill the Ancient Sentinel. If they didn't get 3 snakes,
You can.
what? Yeah, with snakes. What if you missed out?
No,
What if you just joined the game
all
right now?
tank killers. All tank killers.
No way, we're
That's
suggesting
what I
all
did.
tank
That's what I
killers.
did. And if I can do it,
I guess
they
the
can do it,
construct or the
okay?
sentinel, because the sentinel free to plays will not be able to do.
We're talking
no,
about the
not
Sentinel.
like the construct. Yeah, I mean like either or.
Okay,
is what he's-
we're talking about the Sentinel. Free-to-plays
I'm talking
can't
about
even
both,
kill
yeah.
Ancient Sentinel. Also, imagine this. You're a free-to-play who can't kill Ancient Sentinel.
They can. They can. The win rate is not great, but they can.
At
Like,
level
even
50.
without Snake.
Without Snake. At level 50. Or are you saying in the far future?
No.
We're talking about at the next level cap. At
yeah, next
presumably
level cap.
about. So what's the win rate? Like less than 1%? With 8 million resets?
It's decent enough. It's decent enough. It's not too bad.
You're gonna have to burn like 100 units just so you can get your 25 nanos. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
you will burn so much key in widget.
Yeah, I don't think it's
most
worth it.
free to plays. I was like, even whatever strategy you have, you're cooked. Well, no. You can kill AS free to play in the future, but I'm talking like at the next level cap. Like if they dropped AS right now, level 50, basically,
Yeah.
or like level 55, 53, 56, whatever
Yeah, it's all the
they
same.
decide to do. You're basically not killing as a free to play. You're coping to the max. 99% of free to plays are not killing the AS at next level cap. Maybe 1 or 2 will do it. You know what I mean? Which means, guess what? They're not getting AS frags, which means that they're falling even further behind people who are going to be getting them because those things are absolutely cracked overpowered. You immediately shoot up any competitive leaderboard just by having them. You can't even free to play clear with Trebs. Keep coping with that one. You can throw down Trebs, I mean, sure, but AS does body laser and then all of them disintegrate because they're taking, what is it, 125 or 150 fire damage? I don't know how weak they are. All right, thanks for the confirmation, guys.
Okay.
Anyways, it's funny because this was supposed to be our free-to-play disadvantage, and every single talking piece has been, yes, free-to-plays are totally disadvantaged.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really a counter argument to that besides the fact that like if you lock in, you can kind of compete with pay-to-win players, but like if a pay-to-win player is super locked in as well, I mean, you're just
You'll
can't
never
compete.
close that
Yeah.
gap. Yeah. Like, if you gave me and a free-to-play player the exact same amount of time in Boss Strike, you know, we're both playing optimally, you know, we're trying. If both of us played for 60 hours, I'm probably cooking their shit by at least a couple 100,000 points. Because my clears are probably, like, let's say ball strike wise, my clears are probably going to be a whole like 30 seconds to a minute faster, depending on what type of units and what type of, you know, modifiers there are on a boss strike.
Mhm. Yeah, there's not really.
It's just
anything you
rough.
can do.
Oh, Waffle left. It's really rough for free-to-play players, and I don't know. I don't want, because this came up in the dailies discussion, because I said I didn't like the idea of dailies, and it turned into I don't like free-to-play players and want them to not succeed, and that's not what I like. What the idea is, it's just that this is talking about dailies though, because I think dailies are just a chore. People are suggesting weeklies. I think dailies are a chore. I don't like doing them. Weeklies are probably better. I think monthlies are best because it gives you a whole 30 days to work on them. And you can get like a big lump sum reward at the end of it. Achievement focused nanos. Yeah, I think achievements would be better than dailies. Like, you know, like in Clash of Clans, how you get the gems for achievements. I think that's better.
Oh yeah, that would be cool. I mean, achievements are already they exist, they're just not implemented. But like, we used to have achievements. It would be cool if they just gave them those.
I think achievements would be good for nanopod, like to get nanopods in. They could literally just copy the Clash of Clans system and have 3 tiers to it. Boom, done. Easiest implementation of their lives. Madrona and I work for free.
All right.
Or ranking a unit to R6 gives nanos. I don't know about that one.
Well, I mean, anybody.
If you don't spend at least $2,000 on Battle Nations, you don't deserve to do what? R6 units?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess. If they did that, I would say that R6 unit ranking is like an achievement. You know, 5, 10, 50. There we go. And you get nanos. Endless. The one good thing about BN in regards for free-to-plays is the time dump. A free-to-play with enough prep and time can 100% compete and outperform and pay to win. It's only when they both share the same circumstances where free-to-plays get fucked. Yeah, that's basically it. Like, my argument was like, free-to-plays can compete because in the suggestion, like with the dailies, they said that free-to-plays can't compete without the nanopods, which I disagreed with. I said that no, they can compete. Just because there's a disadvantage doesn't mean that they're unable to, you know? And I used my examples, you know, like our GGCD getting like 4 million points as a free-to-play. He didn't do that because he spawned in nanopods. He did it because he put in the work for it, you know? But if he was paid, he probably would have gotten 4,500,000 points. You know, he probably would have gotten a little bit extra than what he got. What about PvP?
Well, I mean, right now we don't have promos, so that kind of was like a staple when it came to PvP. But I mean, I think it's not too dissimilar of a story, honestly. I think that they're probably equally as disadvantaged as they are in boss strike.
Yeah,
I mean, you're
pretty
literally
rough.
going head to head with somebody that paid money or spent money, you know?
Yeah. Imagine you're grinding through PvP and you got, you know, your heaviers and your trebs out there, and then you roll up and you got 3 megas on the front line, ET in the back. It's like, all right, wrap it up, buddy.
Yeah.
That's tough. Like, I guess you could make quote unquote smarter moves, but like a paid player just has that numerical advantage over you in PvP fights. What about Diamond Tank and Plasma Mammoth?
Well, ideally, only one of them exists for each player. So hopefully you can't just train as many as you want. But I mean, I don't think like one strong unit on your account, like literally one, is going to change the scene too much. So I'm not too worried about them, honestly, unless they're absolutely broken.
Yeah, I'm in the boat that they should be good, not broken. Like, I want them to have clear, distinct statistical differences over like their counterparts. Like Diamond Tank, let's say it's, you know, a side grade to the Mega. I would like it to have something that makes it unique from the Mega aside from just its look and sound. Because if I'm blind and deaf, then Diamond Tank and Mega Tank are basically the same unit. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess so. I mean, I don't think you'd be playing Battle Nations, but yeah.
Hey, I'm just saying, if the only thing that's different is the look and the sound, that's 2 senses down. I can't taste it.
Yeah, what about
I can't
the
touch it.
taste?
Wait, what's the other sense? Oh, hearing? No, I already said blind and deaf. Am I stupid?
Yeah, you might be.
Wait,
What about
blind,
your
deaf,
sixth sense?
touch. Wait, blind, deaf,
Oh, we are not doing
touch.
this right
taste. What the fuck is the other one?
now.
I can't name it. You can't name
Smell?
it either. Oh, so I forgot my nose. I can't smell it either. Hey, I guess my argument is kind of bad because I guess no matter what sense you take away, I can't really do much with it. Anyways, give the diamond. Give me something. I
What if
paid
it
money
had
for it. I
completely new SFX?
really just want.
Like,
I
what if
want
it
something
looked
new with the
different?
diamond tank and the plasma mammoth.
Like, what if like all the attacks like looked different though? It like shot a different kind of thing. And
But like,
I don't know. Like,
I mean, who cares? Like, whoop-de fucking do. My attacks look different than yours, buddy. You know? Like, okay, I said this the other day. I'm totally gonna say it now. Like, okay, imagine Diamond Tank, right? It's the Mega, but it has like 5% damage reflection because like it's spiky, I guess. I don't know. Or like it's like a mirror, so it reflects some attacks. If the reason, like, let's say equal playing field, right? We're both paid players and I have Diamond Tank and you don't. If the reason that you lose to me in PvP is because I have Diamond Tank, you are always going to lose that battle no matter what. Throw in a fucking Mega, the same difference. Like, at that point, it's skill diff. If you're losing the 5% damage reduction. There we go. Hot take. Everyone's going to hate me. I will be a martyr for Diamond Tank getting
just for the pay to win.
unique
Yeah.
effects.
I don't know. I
think it's fun. I don't
think
know.
that it should be I don't know. It's hard to say because I don't want it to like be too strong and then people start complaining, but like you're only going to have one. Like the issue only happens if you
No,
can
I don't
train
either. Yeah, I don't. We can't though because it's a Patreon unit. That's my argument for it. Is I only ever have one. You know, might as well make it useful. I don't want it to be meta changing either. I just want it to be unique and I want it to last basically forever. Like I want the Patreon units to last the game's life cycle. I feel like that makes sense to me. You know, I don't want to see my Diamond Tank and Plasma Mammoth be kind of pushed out eventually. You know, I mean, I guess you can solve that with like SP levels and stuff like that, but I just want them to have unique abilities, and I feel like making them a reskin is like completely not doing that. I don't know.
I see. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I think
That's
it's
my
fine,
thing
whatever-
on it. Like,
whatever they do to it is probably fine, as long as it's just not game-breakingly broken. It literally doesn't matter.
yeah, I guess I don't really have much of a say in it. You know what I mean? Like, I guess I just kind of have to put up with it no matter what they do.
True.
But I really want to see them give it something unique. Okay, Endless dropped a suggestion he made back in October. We can end off this Boom Bust Radio. Go looking at this.
Sure.
Slight adjustments to Nanopod's benefits and changing perspective on units as a system. Battle Nations is essentially a very pay-to-win driven game. Now, the devs didn't have much say in this 10 years ago, but this time I hope they can look into it, as I think this will help the game, both for longevity and involvement. As of right now, nanopods essentially come with lots and lots of benefits, whether helping in base management or units that outclass non-nanopod units by an extreme margin. Now, this may cause lots of problems in exchange, but the ones I'll be talking about are two: how this how this may lessen the involvement of elitist events from those who are free to play, and how this may harm the longevity of the game with how premium units keep on scaling up with every deal. Endless. Find the period button on your keyboard, because there are like 15 commas in that sentence. The whole sentence is commas. There's not
That's
one
crazy.
period in that whole sentence.
Wow.
All right. Holy app. Nanopod units, premium units, if I may suggest, can be adjusted in a healthy manner while still having its weight and value. It should cover these benefits. Premium units can have less SP needed to max. They can require less SP or less resources to promote, less time or less resources to repair, less time to produce, very slight increase in stats, enough to give a tiny advantage, but not enough to make free-to-play units be completely outclassed. My thoughts on that are, in the super versus heavier debate, for people that are big whales, it doesn't matter what the difference is because they'll be able to make it up. But for people who are low spenders, even mid spenders who can't get that many super tanks, right? Let's say they only have, I don't know, 10 super tanks to 15 super tanks. They're still going to be making heaviers because at some point you've made so many heaviers that them being worse than super tanks doesn't matter because you have, like, let's say later down the line, right? You just consistently keep making heaviers. You could have 300 heavier tanks and not worry about their gear cost because you have so many to offset it. Super tank they don't cost gears to heal, sure. And having like 5 can help supplement gear costs, but heavier tanks, being able to make them for free means that you can infinitely make any number of them for as long as you possibly can. Supers are limited by the amount of money you can spend. To a handful of players, that doesn't matter to them at all. They can just throw money at the game. It doesn't matter, you know, whatever. But for most players that play this game, they're probably only like mid-tier spenders. I don't think, at least just for what I'm going with, I think that heavier and super is like, I'm guessing this is what you're going for, that heaviers and supers is like the exact point of balance that you want from nanopods and free-to-play units, right? I'm just going to assume as you give me your answer. Let's keep reading. Then, for example, we have two nano/non-nano counterparts, e.g. heavier tanks and super tanks, that will essentially meet relatively close to the peak, where nanopods can cut corners in time or hours put into rank and produce. Heaviers in the end will be relatively close to the supers, but require more resources and time to repair, require more SP to max, require more time to promote. So if I had actually just continued reading, it would have literally answered my question. Yeah, guys. Finish reading your sentences before you start talking.
I don't know. I kind of like that.
But in terms of stats, go ahead.
I kind of like that the promo units, or not promos, but like the nanopod units require a lot of SP still, because it means that the people who just throw money at the game can't, you know, cut the corner of actually like leveling them and playing the game. Because I know that there are some whales that had tried to do that in the past, and they, you know, just bought a lot of a unit, but then didn't really bother to rank it up. And it's like, well, guys, look, I spent money on the game. I'm good. But, you know, you actually have to spend a little bit of time and rank up your units for any of your money to have mattered.
Yeah.
I kind of like that about the current system. But I don't know that I would want the SP requirements to change.
Yeah, I think SP requirements should stay the same. The issue is supers are unlocked way too early. No, I don't think that's a problem at all. Nothing really matters at that level point. You know, like for supers to matter. I think the bigger issue is that the tanks at that level are crap ass.
True.
Like heavy tanks are literally useless. Just wait for heaviers and use peacekeepers. Or like light tanks, just wait and use peacekeepers once again. I feel like mass producing light tanks at the level that you're at, where they're so expensive because your vehicle factories are like they're not leveled up highly, so those light tanks are really expensive at your level. I think it's more of an issue of all the other tanks in the game are so crap that super tank looks even better. What the hell's going on in chat?
What is going on?
I don't know. Yeah, I think it's a tank problem where super is equivalent to heavier, but it's unlocked so early. I guess it retroactively makes all the tanks worse, but even if you took super out of it, all those tanks are still ass. You know what I mean? Like, move supers to level 45, it doesn't matter because heavy tank is still ass. And so is light tank. And mini tank is okay at the level that you get it. They're pretty cheap. What do you think, Yugami?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't mind how a lot of the game is currently. I think that they should just tweak a few small things here and there. Like, I wouldn't mind. They just need to buff other tanks, for starters. Give people an option so that way they don't have to spend money on super tanks or something like that. And then, I mean, if they moved super tanks to be unlocked at the same level as heaviers or something, I really wouldn't care. Like, that's fine. But I don't know. I think that, like I mentioned, having the requirements just be like the SP requirements be lowered kind of is almost more pay to win, in my opinion. So I don't know how I feel about that change. I just think that promo units should be like 1% better and easier to heal. Or not promos, but nanopod units. You get what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. I think that SP requirements being pretty even across free to play and paid units is fine.
Well,
I like that. The stat differences, that's also fine. But
realistically, you're like, if you're a whale, at least a whale who plays the game and wants to do good, right? You're probably leveling both of them. You're not just leveling one. So you almost have to put in more work if you actually buy a lot of the nanopod units and rank up even more units. And I like that about the current system. I would hate to see it be just, you know, you just pick one and you only level that and you don't care about anything else.
Okay. Endless is on the stage, guys.
Okay.
Oh.
All
right, that was underwhelming. He's already gone.
Hello, test.
Oh, he's back.
Hi.
Okay, there we go. We can hear you now.
All right. If we overlook all the yapping in that suggestion, the idea is we want to change the pinnacle of units, which is the way that you kind of play the game, from those premium units, for let's say legendary sandworms and etc., to focusing on boss strike units, boss drops, or event boss drops in the future, or something revolving around elitist events. So let's say we have an event that focuses on just essentially winning and just avoiding this idea of time dumping into an event. Because then this will also test the pay-to-win's pretty much wallet compares to another person's wallet in terms of how large is your army for boss strikes, for example.
Okay. Yeah,
Are you? Wait, I feel like I'm misunderstanding.
I mean, I think he's just.
Are you saying like
move the focus over from, you know, nanopod units, but to actually like units that you earn, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's focus on premium units. See, since they will be kind of this will save you the hassle of, you know, putting this much amount of time into playing the game, and then making the pinnacle of units the best units, just, you know, boss drops, something you can essentially gain, not just cash in.
I see.
Yeah,
So
I agree with that.
The more the person plays the game, the more essentially better they're gonna be in terms of, you know, how much can you perform for a certain amount of units.
I think that boss drops and boss strike units should be like pinnacle of the game.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's able to be gotten by anyone, and it also requires you to put effort into the game to get them.
Yeah, but if you're
like
able
for
to
boss
spend,
strike, you
wouldn't
gotta,
be
you
able
know,
to
join.
put in more than somebody who can't spend money.
Sure. I don't think that's always gonna happen.
Yeah, but like, if somebody who pays money is able to throw more things at the event that gives them the better unit, then like, couldn't they realistically just do it way better. Like they're just gonna have better odds at getting the better unit, no, or winning in this case.
Well, right now the only issue that comes from is AS with the drops being so good and free to play is not really having a real way to kill it. That issue gets solved later down the line, but you know,
I see.
it's pretty rough. I do think, well, like once that issue is solved, like people can actually kill the AS, then like it's not a problem. You know what I mean? But right now, because like Goliath tank doesn't have that problem because free to plays can kill it. Spider Wasp Queen doesn't have that problem because free to plays can kill it. AS is really the only boss that does because it's way overtuned for level 50.
Yeah, kind of.
The thing is a fucking animal. It's a level 70 boss and a level 50 skin. A true endgame has to revolve around some form of RNG.
Maybe.
Why do you think that, Endless?
I mean, it is a must if you want to put in a lot of time in an endgame. Or if there's no form of RNG, then let's say you reach the peak, or let's say the end game of BN. What's then? We want this RNG fest. We want some form of I'm playing this amount of time, so let's say I've played for more than a week, and I've only gained this very slight improvement for my account due to RNG. I think this is the best way for an endgame in any game.
I mean, I guess so. Yeah. I mean, I would. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I to me, like the end game is like participating in the events and stuff like that, and competing on behalf of your guild. But
Yeah.
I mean,
Mobile games like these don't really have an end.
Yeah,
I mean, same
this-
kind of goes for Clash of Clans.
yeah, I don't really picture an end game. I just picture a later level cap. But like, there's always another level cap, or there's always something harder around the corner.
Because like the end game for us right now was the boss strike.
Yeah,
Like that's what we play for
yeah, exactly.
the opportunity to do better down the line.
Like this game is.
I mean, Clash of
just guild v guild,
Sorry, go.
right? Like that's all
Yeah.
that it really is. So like the end game, I mean, in my mind, we're already kind of at an end game if you want to put it in that perspective. Like I'm happy having boss strikes happening now. I'm content. The only other thing that I want is the PvP events, so that way we can do that stuff. And then in the future, I would like to have even more guild v guild events. That's always kind of what it's been about. I don't really. I mean, I guess technically there's like maybe people want an end game for like the PvE content, but I mean that's not really the main focus from my perspective. So I guess it changes per person, but I guess it kind of has to be a
Yeah, I'd
little
see that.
PvE, or not PvE. It has to be a little bit RNG for the PvE stuff in terms of like getting really good units, but I mean, at the end of the day, it always like comes down to doing community content, because I mean, how entertaining is it going to be to continue to grind so you can kill the PvE bosses faster? You know, like that's kind of the point we were getting to with the content drought until they added the boss strikes in. Was like, what do I do? I've ranked up most of my units, and now I can kill the construct a little bit better, or do my dreadnought a little bit better. Like it didn't, none of it mattered, and people started to stop playing the game. Like everything is just centered around the PvP aspect of the game. So I don't really know that a whole RNG thing is necessary. I would prefer that things are more centered around boss strike units though. But then the question is like, you know, for this kind of game you need a lot of units. It's half about quantity, and so like I would like for there to be a way to like amass more boss strike units, and I'd like boss strike units or event units to be more prevalent in the content that we do even going forward. Like I don't know, I like that the snake is like really important to have right now because we need it for construct or for sentinel. Like I kind of like that people had a big incentive to do the boss strike. I'd like for in the future
I agree with that.
for the incentive to get a snake to be very high, or not a snake, a boar, a B10 to be very high, because that's a fucking really good unit that everybody wants and everybody knows it's strong. That's how I feel like it should be for every single boss strike, where it's, you know, everybody really, really needs that boss strike unit because they know that it's going to be the best thing for their account.
Yeah, because that encourages people to actually compete instead of
and that's what the game is all
drag
about,
their
is
feet.
competing. That's literally what it's all about. I mean, so I guess I don't even really care about the PvE side of things so much. With like, if they want to add an RNG aspect to getting boss strike, or to get boss units and stuff, and those units are really strong, I mean, that's cool, and I'd be fine with that, I suppose. But I feel like the best units should come from the, you know, the actual community content. That's what I would like to see.
Also, these
Okay.
games are kind of infinite.
Yeah,
Like, Clash of Clans could literally go on till the end of time.
I think it will be going on till the end of time.
Yeah, unless Supercell kills itself, but I don't really see any reason why that would happen.
Or in terms of the RNG fest that I was gonna talk about,
Yeah.
we're gonna approach for the next level cap. We're gonna approach this sweet spot of pretty much an RNG endgame, where until the future events, everyone's gonna be in desperate need to rack up as much wins against the AS. To get as much frags as they can, because that will directly affect the performance,
Yeah.
whether you're pay to win or free to play. So same thing. Because, for example, we have Yugami here. For example, this person may have the biggest arsenal of units I've ever met.
Okay.
Now, if let's say we put an exact opposite here, let's say we put up Denis, for example. Let's say he gets lucky with 8 AS frags within the first 2 months.
Oh my god. Wow.
Will he be better than Yugami in terms of units?
Probably. Yeah.
Depends on how much time he plays and whether or not AS units are valuable in that type of content.
No, we're just talking as arsenal. Just the potential units.
Well, then it depends on what those units are good in. You know what I mean? Like, typically, yes, but there could be some content where maybe AS frags are not preferred and something that Yugami has is preferred.
Do you have any idea how niche you have to be to the point that AS frags are no longer useful?
No, we do have one content in that, infantry only.
Okay.
Yes, imagine that. Imagine giving us a
W
boss
max?
strike for infantry. Yeah, this is where Yugami is going to be goated instead of Denis. But that's besides my point. On average, Denis will be way better than Yugami if they have the same amount of time, regardless of how much, let's say, Yugami has paid.
That's
The
true.
idea is this invites everyone, whether it's pay to win or free to play, to put in as much time as they can
True.
for endgame, which is going to be the
I mean,
AS.
I've been a big proponent of the fact that I think that sucks. I would like the best units to be from the content that we all participated in, boss strike. Like, I think it sucks that there's a chance that next boss strike, if it comes out after we have the Sentinel, and I didn't get a single frag, and everybody else gets a frag, that I'm fucked. That sucks.
Oh, I agree, honestly.
Like that.
But the
is a
idea
terrible,
is we want the
terrible
ceiling
reality.
to be revolving around events. This is so I put that in that order, I think. So where is it? Where's the suggestion? I can't even find it.
I think
So
that
the idea is
bosses should
the-
give you
the
a
absolute
guaranteed
peak.
drop.
Yeah, for the first maybe clear, I think it's somewhat essential. Or within alpha clears, like kind of the same system as Rainbow Six, if you guys played it with the loot boxes. So for every roll you don't get a loot box, it kind of increases the chance by like 1%, 1.5, or 0.5, or whatever, until you get something and it gets reset.
Yeah.
So there is some form of RNG, but with enough clears, it almost becomes guaranteed.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be I'd be more fine with something like that, but I hate the idea of like the best units in the game being based around RNG. I would much prefer it just be that like the snakes that we had gotten, for example, in this last boss strike were just good in more content. Like it kind of sucks that they are only really good against like the Sentinel. Like they're really not that great.
I think they have uses.
I mean, they have a few, but like if we had
They
gotten
do a lot of vehicle damage
boar.
for people without brutes.
Yeah, but if we had gotten a boar, I think we would have been able to use them in basically everything in comparison.
True.
So like,
You
Badger
guys think
said.
it's a good idea?
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say he just said that working towards something is better than hoping for something.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah,
I want it to be that, you know, there's a reason for us all to grind out the boss strike, and your guild placement actually kind of matters because that determines how many of this, you know, god tier unit that we're getting. So there's actually incentive for people to put in their, you know, minimum amount of points, like 2 million or whatever you want it to be, and we go from there because you're basically directly affecting somebody else's account if you don't put in a good amount of points, right? You know, if somebody's, you know, only puts in a handful of points, basically like an hour's worth of boss strike time, and you know, you're kind of taking away units from somebody else in your guild, and I think that is more incentive for people to actually do well than, you know, oh, you know, I killed my Sentinel 500 times before the boss strike, but I didn't get a single drop, so I guess I just don't get to really play the boss strike as much as everybody else. Like, that sucks. I think I would be really upset about that if that happened.
I agree with that. So let me switch this, because I think that would be the much better approach. Imagine if, let's say, a unit of the OG's AS frag's weight and performance was the boss strike event reward, or let's say it's the event reward for this game, essentially, where one of the best units in the game, if not the best, is related to being involved in an event. I think that would be the best approach for this game.
Yeah.
To mitigate a problem, what Madrona can do is that they can add a quest that will, let's say, award 100 nano, and then they will have like a shop type. They will sell 2 AS frag. You can only buy one of them, and then you can either use that 100 nanos that you get through the quest with AS, or like through any event, like New Year event or something, to buy one of the. You can save it for like a future unit. That way, everyone is guaranteed at least 1 frag. And then if you want to get more, you can go and fight AS for more.
Yeah. If everybody was guaranteed one, that would be kind of nice. It's just so meta defining.
I agree on this one, yeah.
But then you have to
it also opens
the
Max's idea also opens the route for those that, let's say, didn't get any snakes, to be able to have something to help them clear the AS, for example.
Yeah.
Or those who didn't participate in any events in the past, because let's say they didn't play the game, where this is essentially an idea to give them access to, you know, trying to catch up to those at the very, very top in terms of form and involvement.
Yeah, you can make the quest very long. Like, let's say you can make it like, in order to unlock the quest, you have to beat AC, Dreadnought, and Kraken. You have to beat all the previous boss to unlock the quest. Get it?
Yeah, I'd be fine with
But
that.
but the quest will give you nanos. So like, if they want, they can save up level up nanos to get the AS frag and then do the quest at a later time. But like, just having like 1 melee frag will help them. And 1 melee frag will not like break, like, you cannot solo boss frag with just 1 melee. But it will help you like, tremendously. Like, it will not solo like how Legendary Sandworm can almost solo, but it comes close.
Yeah. Any thoughts, Oolkki?
No, I think you guys pretty much took care of it. Unless you guys have any final thoughts? Then I think that's about where we're gonna end it.
No, I'm good.
Endless.
He's dead.
I think this has been
Nope.
Okay, never
a
mind.
wonderful chat, and the only one that's not benefiting here is the pay-to-wins in Wales.
No, that's me.
So with all due respect, pipe down, Wales.
Okay.
Because if we were the ones running the game, then
Oh yeah.
players are gonna have fun.
Yes. That could always still happen. That could always
I mean,
still
like-
happen.
If I can run the game, we're gonna have way more skin.
Skins? Okay. This is cooked.
Okay, skin sale.
Max just wants to do a collab with Genshin.
Yeah, he
and
wants Columbina.
get all of his
game.
Genshin. Yeah, get all his Genshin characters. Get him skins in game. What is the money to be considered a whale? I don't know. What do you guys think is whale money?
Yeah. What's the range?
Oh, for this game? For this game?
Yeah.
Probably if you're over 1K. Because I think
I
like
wouldn't say that's a
$600.
whale.
You don't think it's a
$600
whale?
I
is
think
around.
it has to be related to being like the top 5% of spenders, for
Really?
example. Yes.
Then what
in my
happens if the top 5% is just like blowing their money for no, like concreters would throw that out the window.
Yeah, screw concreters.
But that's the idea of a whale. There's a difference between a spender and a whale. A whale is the let's say the biggest in the community, and I think the top 5%, aka HSC's top 20, they're gonna be the top 5% of spenders.
I don't know what
And
you're
that's a
talking
whale.
about.
Yeah,
at the
honestly,
moment-
me too.
There's
like,
three
it really has
concreters
to
in this
do with
chat
the
right
budget.
now. I'll let chat.
No,
decide
there's
who it is.
not. What?
It's actually 3.
There are
three.
3 concreters in this chat right now. I'll let chat decide who they are.
No, like for those listening, there are 3 out of the 4 here. Absolute concrete maxers.
Well, I know one of them ain't me, so I guess Genless is the other one.
No.
Correct.
Be listening to this nonsense, people?
All right.
No, but I have my reasons. I was busy in the first boss strike, so
I was
Goddamn
busy,
problem.
so I just spent the money.
Hey, I was also busy.
All right.
Just
No, you-
saying.
No, you literally
Oh,
were
well,
not.
like,
You were sitting in front of your computer.
Okay.
You can define so there are 2 ways, right? You can define it by proportion of player, but that metrics doesn't really work if Azure lands, for example, because most of sales in. But like another one is like you can look at how I define whale as like if you have like a nano base and a decent amount of like arsenal. So a nano base, like a full nano base at the moment is around $600, and then throw in like 50 super, about like
50 super.
20 M10, a mix of like 20 to 30 demo and veteran, and like a potential like 20 to 30 more mega, bring you to be around 1K. Because you don't really need more than that. Like
that's a
anyone
good standard for a whale. I'd agree.
Yeah, I'm thinking somewhere between 1 to 1.5K.
because like this game, like the amount of nano you get per dollar is quite nice. Like you can get a lot.
I want the old rates
Yeah.
back. That's all I'm saying.
It's
The Z2
also
rates.
For people that do spend, there comes a point where there's not really much to spend on anymore. Like once you get your whole base nanopotted out and you get a bunch of units, like what do you do at that? Just make more units? You don't really need more units at that point. You know what I mean? Like, okay, everyone's gonna call it flexing, but I'm just using it for an example. Okay, I have 100 supers.
Whoa.
I don't really
my
need
God.
anything more than
Oh my
100
God.
supers.
This
100
guy.
supers.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
No
lie,
one
really-
needs.
Don't
That's
lie,
really
endless.
Endless probably has 600 supers. No one listens to this guy.
I don't.
Yes, he
I
does. Yes, he does. Pocket
I
super.
do not. Anyways,
Wait till Megas drop. Let's see what happens to his account when Megas drop.
But
no,
it's
from
suddenly
now
like,
on, I'm
uh,
gonna play like a free to play. from
From now on.
from this moment.
Oh wow. We've trashed on free to play so much this stream that Endless has dedicated himself to representing free to plays. What a hero.
No, I had to speak here. You guys were absolutely horrible to the free to plays in the past 40 minutes.
We weren't horrible to them.
Just
We were
being
making
honest,
their
yeah.
struggles well known.
You know what, guys? New Year's resolution, we're going free to play. All of HSC is going free to play.
All of HSC.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are going free to play.
Oh yeah, you are going free
On
to play.
Oolkki's soul, we are going free to play.
Why are you putting me on the line? Put yourself on the line.
Bro, wrap it up. Wrap it up.
All right. That's all we got for tonight. Thank you guys for coming out. We are going to go back to doing consistent episodes again now that our break is over. We're still looking into doing actual regular video content. Although that's been a bit of dragging feet on that. It takes quite a bit of work to help out in this guild, along with try and make YouTube content, but we're going to try and make it work. Right, Yugami?
Right. Yeah.
He's very excited if you can't tell. Anyways, that's all we got. All right, we'll see you guys later.
All right, bye.
Get out. Everyone go home.